Hello and welcome back to the Bielsa Stand YouTube channel. Today we'll be talking about the players Leeds United have loaned out and how I think they will do this season at their respective clubs. So let's get straight into it. Robin Koch is obviously at Frankfurt. Last year of his contract, he probably won't return to Leeds, but Leeds got a 500k loan fee. I think he'll do okay. I think he'll get like 20 appearances. And I think Frankfurt will do okay in Bundesliga, maybe in the top third of the table or mid-table. And I think he'll be a bit part player, rotation player, not like a huge important player. And then he might join them on a permanent transfer next summer. Okay, now let's go on to Max Ferber. Max Ferber is obviously loaned out again to the Bundesliga, this time Gladbach, Farke's old team. I think he'll also be a bit part player. I don't think he'll be important centre-back for them. I think he'll get mostly substitution appearances, maybe 15 appearances, 15 to 20, maybe scoring a goal. And that's really that. Now, let's move on to Mr. Brendan Aronson. Obviously, the photo in the thumbnail. Look, he's had an awful start to the season at Union Berlin. Again, at the Bundesliga, he obviously got a red card. He's been substituted. He hasn't had a good start. I think he'll get one goal. I do think he'll score. I think he'll score one goal in the Bundesliga. He won't do anything in the Champions League for Union Berlin. I think he'll probably get about 30 appearances. I think they'll try and make him into this good player, like one of the focal points for Berlin, but he just doesn't perform and he'll get a goal, just like how he did at Leeds last season. He doesn't make much of a difference. Now let's move on to Jack Harrison. He's obviously joined Everton on the season-long loan. He's obviously injured, so he hasn't made an appearance yet for the Evertonians. I think, or the Toffees, I think he'll maybe get 15 appearances, score about 4 goals and assist 2 goals. I think he'll be on and off. I think he'll have a couple of good games, but apart from that, he'll do okay. He'll start some games, he'll come on as a substitute, and he doesn't really make much of a difference. I think he'll come back to Leeds next season. Now, let's talk about Luis Sinisterra. Obviously has moved down south to join Areola and Tyler Adams on transfer deadline day. Bit controversial how it all went down. I think Luis Sinisterra will probably be one of their star players when he's fit. I think he'll make about 20 appearances because obviously we know he's injury prone, and he'll score about 6-7 goals and assist like 4 or 5. So I think he'll do well there, and I think he'll probably join them next summer because I think they've got a good possibility of staying up. Now let's move on to Mr. Rasmus Christensen. There's been talks that he's been left out of Roma's European squad this season. I don't think they're impressed with him, so I think he'll get 10 appearances all season, and like the Roma fans will think he's not a great player, as most Leeds fans think that, and I think he won't be liked by the Roma fans, to be honest. Now that's Rasmus. Now let's go on to Diego Llorente. Obviously also at Roma. Leeds loaning 2 of their worst defenders out there. Well, 2 of the worst defenders, yeah. Llorente will do what he did last season. Play bit part, play in Europe for them, and then probably move there for about 400k. No, I don't know. He'll probably come back and be sold. Now let's go on to Mark Rocco, Real Betis. Yeah, he'll do well there. He'll get about 20 appearances, I reckon. He'll make about 8 assists, but like scoring 1 goal. And I think he'll probably make a move to Real Betis next summer. Cody Drama obviously joining Birmingham. Last year of his contract, he'll go there. He'll do well. I think Birmingham will have a good season. They might get into the playoffs, and I think he'll move to maybe a team like, I don't know, where would he go to? Sunderland maybe next summer. I think Sunderland will be also doing well this season, even though they've had not the greatest start. But that's Sam Greenwood. Now let's move on to, that's Cody Drama. Now let's move on to Sam Greenwood. Obviously, they brought in Middlesbrough Sam Greenwood and Lewis O'Brien on, I think, transfer deadline day. How do I think Sam Greenwood will do? I don't think I'll do much. I think most of his appearances will be substitutions, and he'll take free kicks and score about 4 goals. And I think Middlesbrough will finish mid-table. So that's my take on the Leeds players that Leeds have loaned out. So a mixed bag. Who do I think will return to Leeds and play a part next season? To be honest, I think Sam Greenwood will return, and depending if we're in the Championship, he'll probably maybe be loaned out or still around the squad. Cody Drama, I don't think he'll be here. As I say, he'll probably move to top Championship side or lower Premier League side, maybe even a Wolves or an Everton. I could see him going to. Jack Howison, he'll be at Everton, and then I think he'll come back next season, depending also if in the Championship. If in the Championship, he'll go. He'll be sold to a Southampton or Leicester. Obviously, Leicester's been linked with him previously. If we're in the Premier League, I still think he'll be sold, to be honest. Rasmus, he's obviously at Roma for the season. He'll come back next season and he'll be sold. I think he'll be sold to a Gladbach or a Frankfurt. Moving on to Mark Rocker, where do I think he'll be? As I said, he'll be staying at Real Betis next season. I reckon Brendan Aronson, he'll come back to Leeds and be sold. Maybe, I don't know where he would be sold. Maybe Lazio will pay 9 million for him. I don't know. Who else is there? There's obviously Max Ferber. He'll come back and he'll be sold back. I don't know where he would go. Max Ferber, maybe to join Areola down south. I could see that, to be honest. Robin Koch, he'll be gone. He'll be leaving on a free transfer. Probably sign for Frankfurt and play a bit part player, to be honest. And that's where I think the loanees will be. Luis Sinisterra, I haven't talked about where he'll be next season. I think I'll join Areola next summer down south. And Diego Llorente, he won't be a Leeds United player next season, or won't be playing for us next season. He'll come back, join Roma maybe for 500k, 2 million. But I don't think Roma wants to buy him, so who knows where he'll be. He could go back to Spain, maybe in Oviedo. Obviously, Santi Cazorla's playing there at Oviedo. Maybe he'll move to a Malaga team or a Mallorca, or even, I don't know, a Cadiz team. So yeah, that's where I think the loanees will be. That's it for today's video. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and do all those good stuff, and I'll catch you later.